Hey, let's see. Can everyone see?
We sure can.
Right. Great. And then I'm going to do presenter view. Can you all see the slides without my notes?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So, hi, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing time with me today. I'm Abby Leeper Gibson. I've been a member of this She Leads and She Leads chapter since fall 2024. I first got involved by meeting Beth through the Purse Project last summer, and she convinced me to join, and I'm so glad I did. First, a little bit about me. I am a Midwesterner. I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. I went to school at the University of Kansas, and then I moved out to Denver after that because I wanted to enjoy the outdoor recreation lifestyle and have more mild winters, the 300 days of sunshine, like you've heard it all before, right? But I've lived out here now for about 13 years. And I met my husband out here. He's this guy. His name is Madison, which does confuse people. But he is a Texan, and apparently Madison's a fairly more common name for a guy in the South. Who knew? But we have a little girl named Marin. She is almost 3 years old. She'll be three on April 15th. She's my little tax day baby. I always make the joke like, oh, I had to file an extension that year because she came early and we were very surprised. Um, I studied journalism at the University of Kansas because I knew I loved to write. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with that. Once I got into the program, you can choose basically if you want to do news and information and be like the hard-nosed reporter, or if you wanted to do more the communication, PR, marketing, sales, that type of thing. And that was the direction I went because I really hate going up to people and asking them questions, turns out. So, my hobbies, I love spending time outside. Like I said, that was kind of what brought me out here. Also, my family. I have a lot of family in the area because my dad grew up in Wyoming and everybody kind of trickled down to the Front Range. I love skiing and gardening. I'm so excited to get my seedlings started, but I haven't yet because I don't want to screw it up this year. I love going for walks, walking my dog, teaching my daughter about Taylor Swift. This is very important to me. She will request Tay Tay when we're driving in the car, and it is like pinnacle motherhood for me. I love animals. I have a dog and two cats. So this is Bix. He's about 15. We don't really know how old he is. And he predates my husband too. He's like the original, the OG man in my life. And then I have Miles and Faye, my little kitty cat babies. Miles is our chunky orange boy, and he brings all that there is to offer from an orange perspective. And if you know that, if you know orange cats, you know what that means. And then Faye is our matriarch. She's the one who often jumps up and tries to make herself at home, and will also be a Zoom crasher. So you've probably seen her before. Like I said, I have lots of family nearby. I'm a Pisces. I'm sarcastic. I'm an empath. And I love animals, as I said. So a little bit about my firm. We are based here in Denver. We're a strategic communication firm. My business partner, Anna, who I ghosted as joining in her Zoom this morning, she is a social worker by trade. So when I say that, I mean like macro level. She worked for a lot of nonprofit organizations before she and I teamed up to go off on our own. And then prior to my work at the firm, I was the press secretary for the Colorado Tourism Office. It was a really fun job until it wasn't, and that was when COVID hit. And if anyone needs any vacation advice across the state, I'm your girl. I've also worked in financial services, marketing, public affairs, and we joined forces to really build out some work-life balance for ourselves as we knew we wanted to start families. We were both in toxic workplace environments, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. And when COVID hit, we looked at what would it be like if we did our own thing. And here we are. We launched in 2021. We just hit our 4-year anniversary, and we primarily support nonprofits, small businesses, and government entities. And we dabble in political campaigns, but not so much. That is how Anna and I met. So listed our services. So we provide media relations, content development, grant writing, community outreach, social media, crisis management. We like to say, if anyone's struggling to reach their audience, their communities, we can help you with that. And then I wanted to break it down a little further because PR can be such a kind of intangible concept. So I wanted to look at the questions people ask before they hire us, and the problems that they have that we can help them with. So one is we need more money. And we hear this from our nonprofits who are interested in pulling in somebody to write grants to maybe help them get in the door at particular foundations that we've worked with in the past, or to just build awareness for them so that more people see them, say Colorado Gives Day, and are like, oh, that aligns with what I like in my personal life and my values. Or I need to establish credibility for myself or for my program. So we look at these like thought leadership opportunities. Maybe we could write an op-ed for you and help get that placed so more people see your name on your content and think that woman's really smart. I want what she has. Or they're getting us all wrong. Maybe you're not reaching the people you want to reach because your messaging's a little off. Or there's a lot of misinformation out there about what you do, what your organization does. Or maybe you have information for your community, like an upcoming event, or you need folks to take a survey or that kind of thing, but you don't know where to start. Where are your girls? We can help you figure out all of that. So a few slides that break down further what we do. So media relations is one of my favorite parts of my job. I love training people to work with media. I think journalists have a really tough job to do. And there's a lot of misinformation out there. So if I can help kind of bridge the gap between a client who's nervous about it, but knows they need that exposure, and help them learn how to build those positive relationships, it's a win-win. So these are a few projects we've worked on in the past few years. So we were the agency that supported the Colorado Independent Redistricting Commission. If you all are registered to vote in Colorado, which I hope you are, we were the organization that helped amplify what was going on during this once-in-a-decade process. We also have worked for the PERS Project, as I mentioned earlier. And we work for nonprofits, including some that are trying out different concepts and want to bring people along and kind of get them used to what that could look like. And one is guaranteed income or basic income. And if you all have heard of the Denver Basic Income Project, if you live in the area, we're the media team behind that. We also, as I mentioned, handle grant writing and content management. So that's that we need more money question, right? How can we help you get in the room with the right people, nominate your organization for awards to raise awareness, and support galas and events and all that fun stuff. Then community engagement. This is another one of those intangibles. Does anyone here live in Southeast Denver? Okay, well, if you did, you would have recently received a survey from your city councilwoman. One thing we did was help message the survey so that people didn't think it was spam, because we all get so much crap on our phones. And she received actually several thousand responses, which was a credit to us being able to tell people, hey, keep your eyes peeled, don't delete this, your opinion matters. And then we also, Anna, my business partner, is a trained facilitator. And so she's able to bring people together around the table. And whether you're a stakeholder group or a neighborhood organization, and support that. So we have done that work with the Keep Colorado Wild Pass, with the Wildfire Mitigation Outreach Group. Those are some examples of the state entities we've supported in the past. And that's all for me. I can't believe I'm on time. This is great. I'd love to answer any questions if you have them.
I'm going to stop the recording and say thank you so very much. So great to